Yes. So we actually came to know what is this course is mean by. Okay. So in that we also discussed one example, because initially I asked you about how you are going to make something like a normal kadai which you use in your kitchen as a smart product. So from that exercise you must have got the information that this course is all about how we are going to design the smartness or intelligence to any system. But there one question came, whether all the smartness or the intelligence of the systems same. So from human being to, if you take dog or if you take any other animal, do you think the smartness or the intelligence is same? The general answer is no. Why no? Because the intelligence or the smartness will change with respect to the form and with respect to the function. Okay, so that is the basis actually. So dog is in different form, different structure. So dog will have and different functionalities. That is the reason why its intelligence also different. Okay, generally we call intelligent behavior. So intelligent behavior is also different. So that we discussed, and some people also in your batchmate somebody said that it is unnecessary or not viable to give smartness to this kadai, if you remember. Okay, so in that way, how to decide what kind of smartness and what kind of intelligence we need to give a particular system? How you decide that? So if you are able to decide that, that means you are designing a intelligence for system which changes from one system to another system. Okay, so that is where this course helps you to decide on how you are going to design a intelligence for a particular system. That system may be anything. Okay, so that is the reason why I structured this course into 30, 20 and 50 marks. So 30 marks for assignments and 20 marks for project, where you need to apply the knowledge gained here in this course onto the project which you are choosing. Okay, so there also some issues are there, because I'm constantly hearing that you need to choose better problems. That's the reason why yesterday I have shared problem sheets. That means there are list of problems, you can choose one. Okay, my suggestion is please choose the hardware problem, so that you learn even software as well as hardware. Okay, so you may choose in that and enter in the problem statement list. Okay, so those who are already chosen a good problem and got good feedback in the previous semester need not to change. Okay, so the problem statement list or problem statement sheet is only for the people who got bad feedback last week and want to change their problem statement. Okay, so because you are spending some 2-3 years here, right, in this course, please work on the important problem. Either it is a success or failure, it doesn't matter, but if you work on that, you will gain a lot of experience, and you will also see the scope where you can apply your knowledge. Whatever you learn in these courses, you can apply in the project and get the good results too. Okay, so that is the reason why I allocated 20 marks, where you are going to apply this knowledge, whatever you learn in this course, onto that project, onto that product or device. Okay, so that is the plan. So I will request everyone who would like to change the problems, or who are already chosen the problems which are not up to the mark, please change the problems. I just would like to help you to just work out the good problem. So once you work out the good problem, once you take up the good problem, then even enthusiasm will come to solve it. Okay, I think that kind of energy should come to your batch. Otherwise, because I can understand your problems, okay, you are staying at home, still you didn't come to the campus, so definitely I can understand. I can't expect what I can expect the people who are here, okay, that is for sure. But at the same time, we are running out of time. Semesters are going out over, so some way we have to give you something which is really uh, which really makes you efficient. That's why I came up with an idea that I will share the problem sheet, let them choose, then we will guide you in those problems. Those problems are uh, problems which are up to the mark. Okay, so my sincere request is you please choose the problem in that list, uh, hardware problem, where by default software also will come because you are applying the smartness to that. Okay, so then you will learn many things. So please choose, and hope you got the uh, student wise project sorry, problem statement list. One form I shared with you. Did you get it, everyone? Can somebody confirm, please?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So that form you can submit with the new problem statement or old problem statement. If you think that that is a good problem, then you can continue with that. Okay. No compulsion. But only thing is you are spending time. You are actually spending time. That is the reason why please choose a good problem. Good problem in the sense potential problem, socially relevant problem. Okay, good and socially relevant problem. If you choose, enthusiasm will come by default. Okay, so that is my suggestion. Please do that. And once you choose the problem, then you are going to apply the knowledge you gain in this course. That means you are going to impose the smartness, or you are going to build the intelligence for that particular system. Okay, so that is what this 20 marks for. Okay, so that is the course marks distribution. Last class I explained. I also explained to you what are the different topics we are going to discuss about in this course. Okay, so before going to start the first topic, I would like to discuss with you the point which I started with. So here, if you see this figure, you must have seen already, where the function structure depends, function and structure always impacts behavior. Okay, and I also assume that still you didn't understand what is mean by function. I also think that you didn't understand what is mean by behavior. Okay, in a simple terms I will tell you please remember that function is always you are using or executing some actions for a purpose. Executing some operations or actions for a purpose is called function. Okay, who is executing? System is executing. If system is executing some operations and actions for a specific purpose, then that is called function of a system. Okay, you please remember. Then I'm repeating again, if the system executing or performing an operation or the action for a specific purpose, then that is called the function of the system. Okay, so suppose this is my operator. I am performing one operation, that is lifting this pen and holding it. So this lifting and holding the pen is my function. Lifting and holding is the function of me. Okay, so I have a functional capability of holding something and lifting it. Okay, so that is what the function means, function of a system. System can be anything, that can be software or that can be hardware. Don't worry about it. Software also system only. Okay, now if you say function is like that, then what is behavior? Remember, behavior means how these functions are changing with respect to time and with respect to external conditions. That pattern of functional execution, the pattern of functional execution is called behavior. That means how you apply functions with respect to time and with respect to external conditions is called behavior. Okay, please make a note of it. This is always like this. How you are going to execute functions with respect to time and with respect to external conditions is called behavior. Okay, right. So now you know function. You know what is mean by behavior. Okay, so generally you call form. Form means anyway you tell geometrically. Form always represents one structure. Okay, that means how different parts are arranged. Okay, that's why in the case of software you define the structure. Form you can't define. Okay, so that's the reason why in the case of software form and structure both are same. But in the case of physical system, overall thing you call it as form, and the arrangement, the pattern of arrangement of different parts is called structure. Okay, that is also clear. So before entering the course, I request everyone, please try to understand these 4 words properly. What you learned up to now, it doesn't matter. What you know up to now, it doesn't matter. But in this course, if you want to learn something or if you want to practice something, kindly understand these 4 words. Form. The overall geometrical shape of the system is called form. Geometrical shape. Okay. Structure. The pattern in which all parts are connected in a system is called structure. Function. How system execute operations or not, how the system execute or operate actions for a particular purpose. I think I missed it. The way the system execute operations and actions for a particular purpose is called function. Okay, that is over. Now behavior. Behavior is another level. How these functions are executed with respect to time and external conditions. Okay, that is called behavior. So if you actually know these 4, if you understand these 4 things, it is very easy to understand the concept of intelligence. Okay, intelligence means it is not only that something a behavior. Behavior is always connected to functions. Functions means operations or actions for a purpose. Who will do those operations and actions? System only does. Okay, so functions. Then this functions always depends on structure. Structure actually makes the form. Okay, so geometrical shape, which is nothing but the pattern, one way of assembling different parts. Structure. Depending on this structure, you will get the functions or functionalities. That means the operations or actions you can execute for a purpose through your operators or through this structure. Function. How this function is changing with respect to time. Functions are changing with respect to time and with respect to external conditions. Suppose if smile is a function, because your operator is working, right? So smile is a function. But can you smile in all cases? No. Suppose if you see some faces smiling, sometimes you will cry actually. Am I right? So all functions are not possible all the time. So functions you have to change with respect to time and with respect to external conditions. Okay, so that is called behavior. That is called behavior. So these four terms you must understand. So once you understand these four terms, then you can understand what is meant by intelligence. Okay, kindly don't consider intelligence as something which you can understand easily. No, it's not like that. So, and also about this course, mostly I will try to reduce the load on you. Okay, whatever you practice in these 3 hours itself. Let's not keep any extra load. Okay, so up to that I will assure. But only thing is, kindly don't consider it as the course of information sharing. No, it's not the course of information sharing. This course is all about building a skill in you. Okay, what kind of skill? So after this course, I expect everyone to be able to design a suitable for intelligence for any system. Suppose if I give you this pen and ask you what kind of intelligence you can actually design for this, then you should be able to design what kind of smartness you want to give to this. Suitable one, not anything. Okay, that's the reason why I'm telling. The smartness or intelligence, intelligent behavior always depends on its structure and function. It's a structures and functions. Point to be noted. That first point. So intelligent behavior depends on functions and structures. I explained what is the relation. Okay. Now in this pen itself, I'll tell you one example. I am pressing, that nib is coming out. I'm pressing, nib is going down. This is the function. This is one function of this pen. Okay, not mine. Of this pen. For a particular purpose. Because if you want to write, that should come out. But that particular function is supported by the structure of the pen. Suppose if I didn't give you this one here, if it is not there in the specific pattern of arrangement, this particular function may not be possible. Am I right? So because of that, you must realize the intelligent behavior is always depends on function and structure. They are correlated. So that is the reason why your intelligence, dog's intelligence, camel's intelligence, some elephant intelligence, monkey's intelligence are different. Because their forms are different, so intelligence also different. That you must understand. Okay, that you must understand. So that is what we have shown here. So for that function and structure, understood. I am telling that they are depending on this one. So structure depending on the behavior, and behavior depends on the structure. Anyway, function depends on the behavior, behavior depends on the function. Understood? Fine. Now, what is this BS? You must have seen this already. Okay. This BS is the behavior the structure supports. Okay. BE is expected behavior. Okay. So what you can actually achieve is BS, not BE. Okay. So BE is expected behavior, BS is structurally supported behavior. You may think that this pen has to fly on its own, but that function may not come to this because of the structure. Structure won't support that. Okay. So that function itself won't come, so behavior never comes. Okay. So that is the reason why you may expect any behavior, but that should be supported by the structure of the system, software or hardware. Okay. When that is supported by the structure, that can be realizable. Okay. So BS is somewhat practical. BS is somewhat practical. BE is expected. BE is expected. It's not practical, but you expect that. But what you are going to achieve is BS only. Okay. Example recently happened. Okay. What example is? Let us assume we did some Chandrayaan experiment, right? You must have seen last year or last to last year. Right? Okay. So in the Chandrayaan experiment, our satellite or our rocket went on to the moon. Just some 200 meters above from the ground, it got collapsed. Am I right? So, do you know about Chandrayaan? So, it's a kind of little failure. Anybody? You know?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So, you must have heard about that 2 years back. So, in that Chandrayaan experiment, what was the problem is, maybe those conditions which they thought existing, more extreme conditions are there on the surface. That may be wind velocity, temperatures, all those things, many factors are there. But with respect to this diagram, if you see, what is the behavior your satellite has to show there? The behavior or the smartness your satellite has to show there is purely, it has to, when we leave that, it has to go in a particular path. After it has to land on the surface in a controlled fashion. In a controlled fashion. Then it has to open the doors so that Vikram lander should come out. Okay. These are the sequence of functionality should happen. Sequence of functionalities means behavior. That means it has to go in a particular path, function 1. It has to land in a controlled fashion, function 2. It has to open the doors, function 3. Then Vikram lander will come out. Or send the Vikram lander out. Okay, Land Rover out. That is function 4. So number of functions in a sequence is called behavior, right? Am I right? So that is what the expected behavior. But what happened was something different. It followed the path up to some extent. After that, that means function 1 was executed properly. But when it was about to land in a controlled fashion, some problem arose. So function 2, there was an issue. Okay, maybe structure didn't support it. Maybe structure was not supported by the environment. That's what I told. Functional changes with respect to environment. with respect to external conditions. Okay, so function 2 didn't work. Because of that, function 3 also not work. Function 4 is completely out of coverage. This is what mean by structurally supported behavior. Okay, so structurally supported behavior won't include some functions. Okay, so that is what we need to design properly. What the structure can give efficiently. So behavior means changing functions with respect to time and external conditions. So that is behavior of the system supported by its structure. Okay, but expected behavior, you may expect many things, but those are all may not be supported by the structure. Okay, I will think in the other way. Now I'll tell you in the other way. According to the expected behavior, can you build or make some changes in the structure? Anybody? According to the expected
Yes, sir.
behavior, yeah. Anybody? So according to the expected behavior, we can change the structure, vice versa. It is not only one way. So that is what you are doing in the intelligent systems or smart product design. Okay, you have to always think, understand, structure functions, then you build behavior accordingly. Suppose some behavior is not met, then accordingly change the structure in such a way that it will support the behavior. Okay, so that is the way you actually build smart systems. Okay, whatever the smart system you take it, from your phone to your water cooler to water heater to your TV, smart TV to anything, smart systems are designed in this fashion only. They build a system, it has the form, it has a structure, it has many functions, and how it executes functions with respect to time and external conditions, that is what you are calling as smartness or intelligence. Okay, so those things you build based on some concepts of intelligence that we are going to discuss in this course, like feedback, recursion, many things are. Okay, now the question is why I am teaching this course. Okay, so did I tell you we are doing research in this area only? So did I tell you about me, my lab?
No, sir.
So in this chat box, Hema is there?
Yes, sir.
So that our laboratory webpage you type and put in the chat box.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. So that is the laboratory we are actually working in IIIT Kanchipuram. We are actually working on smart products. We are actually working on bio-inspired products. Why? Because many systems you see which you call as intelligent, are biosystems. That may be human being, that may be dog, snake, parrot, tree, or anything else. All systems are biosystems or natural systems. So that's why intelligence is already there in the nature. What our laboratory does is we actually understand that what is there in the nature and we will build products. I think she will share that web page. You can have a look at it. Okay, so we are already building some products. Okay, That is the reason why I am teaching this course. Okay? I'm not teaching out of the blue. So this course I'm teaching because we are following that and we are building the cyber physical systems. That means smart systems, smart technologies, which are mostly bio-inspired. Why bio-inspired? Because in order to build some intelligence, what is the example coming from? Example coming from nature only, because nature is full of intelligent systems. Nature is full of intelligent systems. You take animals, birds, humans, many things, all are coming under intelligent systems or smart systems. So your concept of smartness came from nature only. Okay, whatever you tell. So that's why I always surprise. We call our phone smartphone. We don't call ourselves smart human. That's a pathetic thing. Humans are already smart. Only thing is, humans don't know that. Okay, we are already smart. By nature, we are smart. We have intelligence within. Okay, so the features of intelligence exist in nature that we will understand. We understand in our laboratory and we will build products, which you generally call them as cyber physical products. Point to be noted. What you call them? Cyber physical products. Because we are building the cyber physical products, we thought that we can teach you better. Okay, you can see that web page later. Okay, so that is what about building intelligence. Okay, so after this, so in this slide you must remember behavior always depends on function and structure. Okay, that is the reason why if you want to build a expected behavior, you also should think about functions and structure. Okay, that's it. Next. So these all things we already learned. So by the end of the semester, what I expect, I think I already told you that you should be able to apply these concepts in your project and you can make your product which you have chosen today or yesterday. That product should you have to make into a smart product. That is, you have to design smartness or intelligence of that system, of that product. Okay, so that is what I expect. Once one you do, after that you will learn how to design smartness, how to design intelligence for a particular system. You can do smartness for water bottle, for pen, for board, for that door, for this computer already built. We have smart computers. So smart window, we built that. You can see that photograph. You will surprise how we got inspiration. We got inspiration from touch me not plant. Touch me not plant. You will see that if you touch it, they'll close. You can see that window also. So like that, I expect everyone to learn the art of designing smartness, learn the art of designing intelligence for a particular system. So intelligence vary from system to system, form to form, structure to structure. So that's why there is a lot of need of skill to design smartness. Okay, right. So that is applicable to software also. Don't think only applicable to physical systems. No, software also you can make smart softwares. Okay, now, so as a task one, what I would like to do is, so I give you maybe just a minute. Hmm. Hmm. So if somebody, if you want to do something, Vijaya Brahman Reddy, are you there? Vijaya Brahma Reddy, are you there? Next, anybody else voluntarily can come. We will do an experiment. Anybody? You have to come voluntarily. Then only you will enjoy this class. Otherwise, it will be same as we will keep talking something, and we will be sleeping in front of the computer. Next, Pratik Rana, are you there?
Sir, can I volunteer, sir?
Who is that?
Tarun, sir.
Tarun, switch on your camera. You have the camera?
Yes, sir.
Right. You have water bottle?
Yes, sir.
Fill the water bottle and bring. Fill the water bottle and bring. So let us do an experiment. Maybe others also can do. Meanwhile, you can see our laboratory webpage also. Tarun came. See, you have to engage in the class. Otherwise, you feel bored, I also feel bored. Because it's already boring. Because already we are in a different world. This virtual is becoming a collapse slowly. Yes, Tarun, are you back?
Okay, that's it.
Yeah. So please switch on camera.
Sir, can you see, sir?
Yes, we can see you. So now I will request you just follow my instructions, okay? And do. Show
Yes,
the
sir.
bottle. Yes. Then turn it 90 degrees. Right. Then turn back 90 degrees. Right. So next, turn it 180 degrees. Right. Turn again back 180 degrees. Now open the lid. Turn 180 degrees.
I'll go to the sink, sir.
So you have some problem now?
Yes, sir.
What is that?
The water will come out, sir.
Water will?
Come out, sir.
That means you can't follow my instruction. Am I right?
Yes, sir, without causing a mess.
Without causing
A mess, sir.
mess. You keep aside the bottle. So now question is to everyone. Now tell me, what is the smartness in these events? You think. So you please write down on the paper. I'll give you 15 minutes. You please write down on the paper. You have seen what Tarun did. He has taken the, first I told, take the bottle. Then he has taken, turn 90 degrees. He turned 90 degrees. Then I told, bring it back. Then I told 180 degrees. He turned it. Then after that, bring it back. Then open the lid. And then I asked to turn it. But Tarun actually overruled my instruction. So what do you think intelligence in this? That means Tarun is not following my instructions seriously. Am I right? Should I think like that? Or is there something we can understand as far as smartness is concerned? Write down in next, you want 15 minutes? Oh, 40 minutes I talked. Huh? Okay, good. So you take another 20-25 minutes, 20 minutes you take, then you write down. What do you think as smartness in that? Then we will discuss. Okay, I'll come back to you in 15 minutes. Please write down on the paper. Yeah. Anybody completed? Do you want to say some your views? So don't worry right or wrong. Okay. Just I'm asking your views and observations. That's it. Anybody?
Hello, sir.
Yes. Yes.
Sir, maybe it's wrong, I think, but
Don't worry.
yes, sir. When he turned the bottle which contains lid,
Mm.
he knows that the water will doesn't spill.
Mm.
But without lid, he also knows that the water will spill.
Correct.
So experience matters in this case. Experience is one of the smartness. He experienced it.
So you are thinking that experience actually the intelligence there. Am I right?
Yes, sir. It's one of
Yeah.
the type, I think,
Mm.
experience.
Yeah. Any other point? Yeah, I agree partially with that. That's not a wrong answer. That's correct only. Yeah. Any other things?
So he had the ability to analyze what might occur if we had turned the bottle 180 degree. So the ability to analyze the consequences is the intelligence, I think.
Ability to analyze the consequences. Good. Right. Agreed. But that analysis is coming from experience. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Hmm. Good. Hmm. Any other point? Any other point? This is only just looking at it and thinking. That's it. I'm not asking you to write any exam or something. Just look at it and think what you really think as intelligence there. Because Tarun didn't even turn it. He just rolled out my instruction. Right? So, is there any other point to be added? Yes, anybody else?
The instructions that you have given vocally, he has
Hmm.
converted into actions. I mean, converting the vocal instructions into actions is
Converting the vocal instructions into action.
real action.
That means receiving information, analyzing and executing. Am I right? Bhavana, yes.
Bhavagna.
Hmm. So receiving information, analyzing and executing is intelligence as per you. Am I right?
Receiving information in one form, that is vocal form, and
Hmm.
no action has been specified. I mean, we have to know the
Yes. System has to decide based on the information it received. Am I right? That may be vocal or anything else. It is receiving information definitely. Through sensors you are receiving that, analyzing, then executing something or doing some functionalities. So that is coming under intelligence. Agreed. I corrected little bit. That's true. Yeah. Next. Anything else can be said as smartness or intelligence? Anybody else? Yeah.
So when the lid is closed, like taking a bottle and turning to 90 degrees and back, and turning to like 180 degrees and back, like when we look them as functions, and when we combine them, we got a behavior there.
Yes, true. That those are all functionalities, right?
Yes, sir. So
So all functionalities together behavior.
yes,
There
sir.
is no other argument in that.
So like when the lid is open,
Mm.
in the same case, so like you had given a few functions,
Mm.
but we haven't got the expected behavior because its form is not allowing it, like its form is not allowing him to rotate the body, like So
Oh.
he analyzed the situation and he.
No, Satvik. Just let me correct you. His arm is not allowing, or his mind is not allowing. Who is not allowing?
His
Arm
mind.
will allow,
Yes. Yes.
right?
Yes, sir.
Suppose if I threaten you that your marks will be cut, 10 marks I will cut, that's it, he will immediately rotate that. Okay, whatever mess happens, he will rotate it. But he didn't rotate because his experience or because he's, what you say that, he's making that word, I want, it should come from you. What is that?
Sir, is it because of the bottle form or something structure? Maybe.
Definitely. See, he already know consequence. He already know consequence. Because he already know consequence, he is unable to execute my instruction. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
So when he is unable to execute the instruction, then what is the really smartness in that? Because
Carrying
denying.
out the intelligent
Doing the
decisions
task.
make
Yes.
carrying out that intelligent decision and not believing like what just blindly said.
Very good. So decision making. Okay, because system, that means now that Tarun is a system, intelligent system. That system is making a decision. Making decision is intelligence. Okay, so he's receiving the information from vocal or something, then analyzing, but he's making the decision based on his experience and consequence prediction.
Sir, and also he knows the behavior of the structure, how it behaves when the lip of the bottle is open.
Yeah, that is what I'm saying as a consequence. Okay, because he knows consequence, he is unable to execute it. Right? So that is where smartness lies. That means when you know the consequence, you by default making a decision that it should not be executed. Okay, so can I make a decision as an intelligence? Yes, I can make, definitely. So whatever all the people told is a part of intelligence, no doubt about it. But they are only parts of intelligence. Now, what I do is, I'll take the bottle and you are giving me instructions. Now you turn 90 degrees means what I'm doing? I'm turning 90 degrees, but I'm not turning like that. I'm just keeping my second hand here and I'm turning 180 degrees or 90 degrees. Okay, but in this case I have executed. I am turning 180 degrees. I have executed the instruction, but what I really changed here? What I changed here? I executed instruction. Tell me what is smartness now? Because Tarun didn't execute the instruction, but I executed the instruction. Then so what is
like before closing the cap with the hand before turning it is the intelligence.
right? That means I expected the consequence, but just to execute the instructions instantaneously, I need to change my functional changes. So decision is not on what to do, what not to do. I will execute the instruction, but in such a way that consequence would not be bad. So knowing the consequence and changing myself accordingly. Knowing the consequence and changing myself accordingly. Do you think that is intelligence? Anybody?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So that is intelligence. Right. Now, anything else? Any point to be added according to you? Any point to be added according to you? So, which we call as smartness, intelligence, because he stopped, he could not make a decision, or he made a decision not to turn. So, decision making is intelligence. But another system, me, I executed the instruction, but still the same time I stopped the consequence. So according to that, my structure should change accordingly. I must have a function to execute in such a way that I can avoid that consequence. That is also smartness. Okay, that means it is not only that decision making. Sometimes we make a decision in order to execute instructions, but without bringing any new issues. Accordingly, I have to change. Accordingly, system has to change. Okay. So now we will enter the definitions. Now with that example, we will enter the definition. So I will request everyone, please sit straight and read one by one. Okay. So these are the intelligent definitions. First slide written by engineering fellows. Second slide written by mathematics and other people, physics people. Third slide is written by psychologist. Okay, everybody defined intelligence in their own way. So let us read engineering people's first. So the ability to use memory, knowledge, first one. The ability to use memory, knowledge, experience, understanding, reasoning, imagination, and judgment. Definitely this fellow is engineer only. I'm 100% sure. Who wrote this in the dictionary? Okay. In order to solve problems, what to do? We use all these things for what? To solve problems. Okay. To solve problems and adapt to the new situations. Adapt to the new situations. So in the previous case, according to this definition, did we do anything? Can you apply that first definition and tell me, did we do anything as per that? Anybody?
So we used experience and judgment.
Experience and judgment, let us assume it is a decision making. Judgment to solve which problem?
Turning the bottle.
Okay, turning the bottle, what is the problem?
The water might come out. The water might spill.
Water will spill off, that is the problem. To eradicate the spilling of water, even though we turn, in order to solve that problem, we used our experience and memory. Right? That is agreed. Judgment also.
Imagination also comes under experience.
Yeah, that's all included: memory, knowledge, imagination. Okay.
Yeah.
So that way we applied it. Nice, very good. What new situation I adopted? Is there any new situation I adopted to?
Functionalities, change in functionality.
Very good. What is that change?
Change the functionality for better consequences.
Change the functionality for better consequences. What function I changed?
Putting hand at the top
of the water bottle or near the lid, right? Yes, that is true. That's a functionality for a specific purpose. To stop the water, I kept my operator there and turned. So that is the new situation where I adopted but still completed the task, solved the problem by using my experience, my imagination, my judgment, my decision, everything. That is what we did. Next, other people also gave definitions. The ability to adapt effectively to environment, either by making change in oneself or by changing the environment. Okay, changing oneself or by changing the environment. But ultimately, what do you have to do? You adapt to that effectively. Okay, so intelligence is not a single mental process, but rather that is okay. That is fine, according to Encyclopedia Britannica. Okay, so now you apply this one. The situation which we wanted to adapt to is turning the bottle without lid. That is the situation. Okay, how I changed myself? I changed myself by applying extra function there. How I changed the environment? Environment means, I'll tell you later. Okay, I changed the environment by closing the lid, by closing the bottle with my hand like a lid, so that water won't come out. So environment is also changed. So I successfully adapted to the new situation of rotating the water bottle without lid by changing myself, by changing my functionality, by using extra functionality, and by changing the environment. That means my surroundings also. That is bottle. Okay, because I closed to bottle. So that is the second definition, right? That also will agree. Third definition used. The general mental ability involved in calculating, reasoning, perceiving relationships and analogies, learning quickly, sorting, retrieving information, using language fluently, classifying, generalizing, adjusting to new situations. So this fellow is a hardcore engineer, not normal engineer. Okay. So in this, I'm only interested in one word. What is that word? Tell me. Applying to our situation, which we did, our experiment.
So adjusting to new situations.
Which one now?
Adjusting to
Adjusting to new situations. Very good. Very good. Adjusting to new situations. That's it. That is what we did. In order to do that, we must have used many things among them. Okay. Sorting we used. Retrieving information, your experience, you used. Okay. So perceiving relationships, that means what is the relation between bottle and lid, you know already. Okay. Reasoning, many things came, we used, but still everything is for adjusting to the situation. Okay. So that point to be noted. Next one, the fourth one, the ability to acquire and knowledge and skills. Ability to acquire and apply knowledge and skills. This is okay. This is a general statement. They are saying that maybe that intermediate fellows, no? This Narayana Sri Chaitanya College are there, right, in Andhra. So those fellows' definition is that. Okay, let's not take it seriously. Next, the ability to adapt to the environment. Point to be noted. What is environment? I will explain you later. Hope you know already. Okay. So the ability to adapt to the environment or surroundings, situations, conditions, that ability is called the intelligence. Okay. And next you see, the ability to learn, understand and to deal with problems. Again problem came. That means which you consider as a problem is a real question. If you consider it as a problem, you have to solve it. Solving is intelligence. Any problem that may be, solving is intelligence. Am I right? Right. Next. Now we will go to another set of or bunch of definitions. Too many definitions they give. That means you can understand how complex it is. Intelligence means. So intelligence, what we think is not that intelligent. What you are thinking as intelligence is memory. Memory is a part of intelligence, not intelligence. Okay. So on intelligence mathematical fellows, you can see intelligence is not single unitary ability, rather composite several functions. So that is like mathematics only. Next, second one you see, we shall use the term intelligence to mean the ability of the organism to solve new problems. That may be mathematical problem, engineering problem, design problem, or scientific problem, any problem. Again, problem came. That means problem solving capability is considered to be an intelligence. It's kind of a benchmark. Problem solving capability. I'm not telling what problem. Any problem, if you are able to solve, you are intelligent. Okay? All animals are intelligent because of that reason only. Right. Next, third one is a person possesses intelligence insofar as he can learn to adjust himself to the environment. Again, adaptation. Adapting to something. Remember, these all things are the important things. Next thing, physics fellow wrote, I think. Sensory capacity, capacity for perpetual recognition, that's what you did now. Quickness, range, flexibility, everything he wrote. And the fifth one, if you see, performing an operation or specific type of content to produce a particular product. This fellow is a designer, surely. So that means the ability to bring the completeness to something is called product. Means it's a complete thing. It's not science, it's not engineering, or it's not design. It's a complete thing. Who can complete things are intelligent. That's the meaning. Okay. The other one also is same way. If you see ability to adapt oneself adequately to relatively new situations in life. Agreed. New situations came. So continuously what are coming? Adapting new situations, problems. These are all coming. Okay. Right. So last one, psychologist, they said, as per the psychologist, the ability of the system to act appropriately in uncertain environment. Uncertain environment means which you cannot calculate. I told now, the environment on the moon. For whom? For that satellite.
Chandrayaan.
So where appropriate action is, that which increases the probability of success. So they are connecting this with the success. That means you are solving the problem successfully. If you solve the problem successfully, you are intelligent. No, it's not like that. Even though you fail, still you are intelligent. That you can call as a failure intelligence. What is it? Okay. So like that, we have other definitions also. Now, if you see last 3 points, you can see intelligence is a property that an individual agent has interact with environment or environments. What is environment? Environment is surroundings. What are all there in surroundings? You can tell that. You can define that. So what are all the conditions existing around you? You can define that. Okay. So is related to agent's ability to succeed or profit from respect to some goal, with respect to some goal or objective. That means achieving the goal or solving the problem. So these are all the things coming. Combining all these things, we are taking a very standard definition of intelligence. Everybody, please listen carefully. That is the definition of intelligence we take as our reference because we feel it as a general and complete. Okay? So intelligence measures an agent means your system, ability to achieve goals. That means to achieve goals, solve some problems in a wide range of environments. Now, I already told you agent means a system. System means definitely you define the form, you define the functions, you define the structure also. Agent, system. Ability means you are actually talking about the functions. What are functions? Actions or operations done by the system for a specific purpose. By using its operator, our hand is an operator. Like that, we use operators to perform some action or operation for a specific purpose. Here I am talking in order to make you understand. That is my purpose. So teaching is a functionality. Teaching is a functionality because I am using my operators to flow that information into you. Am I right? So ability is nothing but the functions. Capability, ability, we call, right? These are the functions. But how you are using these functions to solve problems and achieve goals. Solve problems and achieve goals in a wide range of environments. Here environment means surrounding conditions, surrounding systems, and surrounding parameters. Everything around you. If you are a system, everything is around you is an environment. You should not take only climatic conditions. No, it's not climatic condition. Whatever exists around you in 720 degrees, that is environment. All other systems. So if I am a system, this bottle is the environment. This laptop is the environment. This desktop is the environment. That board is environment, come under environment. That chalk is environment. Fan, that wardrobe, that door, the CPU, that window, everything is my environment. This room is my environment. So that is what environment means. Environment is nothing but the system's conditions, parameters in which system exists. Okay. So if this environment changes, in order to achieve something, my functionality also should change. Is it changing accordingly? Then you are intelligent. Because when I told you to turn the bottle 90 degrees, you turned easily. You didn't even think about it. When I told you 180, you didn't even think about it. You turned 180 degrees. But when I asked you to take out the lid, then when I asked you to turn 180 degrees, you stopped yourself. You made a decision that this is going to create a disaster. That is the problem. So you faced a problem. What is problem? You want to execute some instruction, but still you cannot do that because there the consequence will be bad because the problem is filling of water. So in order to solve the problem, in order to achieve your goal of executing instruction, that means turning 180 degrees, that is your goal, you actually change the environment. Okay, so you should be able to work in any environment. That means you should be able to adapt in any environment. Then you are intelligent. So adaptation is the first synonym of intelligence. Okay, So that is the definition. Please write down the definition once. I request everyone. Please write down the definition. Intelligence measures an agent's ability to achieve goals in wide range of environments. Abilities, functions, environments surrounding all systems, conditions, parameters. Okay, goals, the problems, targets. These are the things. Now, I want to make you acquainted with this definition. If you had noted the definition, I'm giving you two systems. I'm giving you two systems. In the first system, I think I need not to explain. So what is the system in the first example? What happened? What is the system in the first example? In this one?
The cat.
Cat. In the second example?
Cats. Birds, sir.
Bird, not birds. Bird. Okay. So that is what the system means. Can you explain the functionalities, targets, and environment so that you apply the definition of intelligence there and tell me what is intelligence as per the definition? And also in the second example, tell me what is the intelligence of that system as per the definition. Okay, so take half an hour and complete the task. Please write down two examples, half an hour. We will meet at 4 o'clock. Okay. So again, I am repeating, apply the intelligence definition to two cases. First case, you have to define system, you have to define abilities, you have to define goals and problems, you have to define environment. So ultimately, you have to apply the definition and explain the intelligence of that system. Same way, second one, apply the definition, then explain intelligence of that system as per the definition. Okay, so please do that. We will meet at 4 o'clock. Okay, please do it. Yes. Yes, Mahima, are you there?
Hello.
Yes.
Sir, a doubt like in the first example, why can't the fish be a system?
Yeah, you can consider, no issue. Then you can explain what is the intelligence of fish.
So, isn't it a failure of intelligence?
It's okay, you explain as per the definition, you explain. I don't mind.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
I'll just get back to you. 5 minutes. Yes. We can start our discussion. Yeah. Anybody? Anybody who completed? Shall I go by name?
Sir, shall I share, sir?
Yes. Go ahead.
In the first scenario, the cat is only adaptable for land.
Cat is the system. Okay.
Yeah. Cat is the system and it's adaptable for land.
Okay.
But for achieving to have food, it changes its surroundings. It changes its surrounding, means it changes its environment and entering into water.
Okay.
And it also knows it should enter water at boundary, means it should be at boundary between water and land. It should lie between the boundary.
Mahesh, you are actually imagining things. Okay. So that much imagination is not needed. Why don't you explain with respect to a definition? What is the definition?
Means I was saying, and at last I will say a definition, sir.
Yeah, please. What?
It should hunt. Means it should hunt at the boundary. It should be at boundary conditions, sir. Means at water and land, the boundary between water and land.
Okay.
But beyond that, it will not survive. It will sink. By experiencing other animals, those consequences will happen by watching those experiences. By experiencing the consequences that the animals will die beyond that boundary conditions. By experiencing. So
Yeah.
in here, so at last I will say it adapts like it adapts its environment, means adapts its functionality for consuming food, and also it experiences and recognizes through that experience. It should lie at boundary condition.
Okay. Anybody else?
So the system is cat. The target is to eat the fish.
Target or goal?
Goal, sir.
Goal is eating the fish or something else. Think.
To fulfill its hunger.
To fulfill its hunger, up to some extent, correct. In order to fulfill its hunger, what it essentially have to do?
Catch hold of the fish.
That means it has to bring the fish out of the water. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
So that level of you have to reduce the problem to that specific level. Okay, because in order to fulfill its hunger, all those things are correct. They are superficial. But ultimately, what its goal? In order to fulfill that, it has to eat the fish. That is also correct. But ultimately, it will scale down to bringing the fish or catching the fish out of the water. Right?
Yes, sir.
That's a goal. Right. Next.
And the intelligence is bending itself to catch the fish.
See, you are defining the intelligence. Okay, don't worry about that one. Now you defined the system, you defined goal. Next, what are the abilities it is using? What is the definition? You read once. Definition again.
Intelligence measures an agent's ability to achieve goals in wide range of environments.
Right? So intelligence measures, that you keep aside. That is only definition. Okay. So agent means system. You said it's a cat, according to you. Then what are the abilities it is using for achieving that goal?
Sir, it's sharp concentration on the target. Observing the movements of the
Abilities means functions. What are the functions?
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, please.
The system is the cat.
Hmm.
Its abilities to smell, to sense, and to see the prey. To achieve to hunt the prey is its need and the goal. And to pursue the goal, it has to use its abilities to smell, sense, and see, so that it finds a particular spot where the fishes can be found, and it can hunt them. The problems it faces while
It's mean by hunting. So in hunting, you don't use any functions of the cat.
yes, its body will be used as its ability.
So if it uses its body, those are not functions.
So that's why I included as sensing its smell power and all.
See, smelling, sensing, seeing, those are all simple sensors. Okay, functionalities. Okay, I will agree with that. Seeing is a functionality. Fine. You are saying just hunting, right? Still further, you break it up.
Sir, coordination between its eyes and the claws.
Right. One. Next.
Its fast movements of the body.
Movements of the body means what it does? What are the
it bends towards the prey and attacks it vigorously by its body, sir. Catching by the mouth.
The catching with the mouth, but all four legs are in operation. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
So in any system, you have to see how operators are actually acting. Then only you can see all functions. Right.
Yes.
Anything else?
So it's problems while achieving its goals.
Problem in achieving its goal is?
Like predators above its level. And the weather conditions which may create scarcity of the prey. Those may be the problems it has to face.
No, you are again generalizing.
Or the prey.
See,
the prey
you
being
look at that event. You don't completely judge its whole life. Okay, that event. What you seeing on the photograph, that event you tell.
The prey being fast to save its life.
So if you remember, first one person said fish is actually water based, cat is earth based. So the real problem existing in hunting in a different medium, or applying its functions in a different medium, right? And major problem is bringing that fish out of that water.
Yes.
Right? Okay.
Yes.
Next. Yeah.
The
Anything
environment is the wild areas.
Environment. Tell me what is mean by environment of the cat?
So the environment of the cat is the two forms which it has to work on. The land as well as the water area. And somewhat even the outer, like the wild area also affects on its environment. Like if any other, it's not in the picture. But the two forms, according to me, are the environments, the land and as well as the water area.
Okay. So yeah, anybody else? What is the environment of the cat?
Sir, I guess it's only the water.
It's only a water.
Yes, sir.
Why you guess so?
Sir, because it is working on water. Like the fish is in
No, that's not a good understanding. Next. Anybody else? What is environment in case of the cat?
So the forest and the surrounding areas.
Yes. Whatever you see there, what do you see? The part of forest you see. Somebody said land, somebody said water. Little take deeper.
So generally in the river basins, the water basins, the land will be muddy, sir. So it will be difficult to the cat to take the legs from the muddy region compared to the
That
hunting in
soil,
dry land.
will that muddy soil comes under environment?
The cat environment, sir, because cat generally hunts in a dry area, no, sir. Means it will be ran like and catching the rats.
Correct. It will come. It will come. That's what. And Vishnu said forest, and after that he became silent. What you see as a grass, what you see as a plants there surrounding also come under environment. That muddy soil will come under environment. Water come under environment. Any noise exists around come under environment. Flow, speed, the water flow, speed come under environment. I told parameters also. Okay, temperature come under environment. Okay, fish come under environment. Fish also come under environment. Stones which are around that come under environment. Okay, so everything, that's what I'm telling you. So water is the system. Water flow is the parameter. Water density is the parameter. Fish is the system, but other system. Okay, and grass is the system, earth is the system, soil is the system, temperature is the parameter. So all surrounded systems and parameters. Condition means noise is also a parameter. Conditions you can explain with respect to parameters, so those also parameters only. So if you consider one system, around that system you have to look at all the existing systems, all the parameters, all the conditions. Then that means you understood that environment perfectly, because it has correlation with everything. Everything can impact it. So whatever impacts it are part of environment. Okay, that's why in Indian tradition we have, if you go to some temple or something, you see Navagraha, they call it as Navagrahas. Okay, so anybody observed, anybody know that? Do you
Yes,
find
there will be 9,
right? In that
statues.
Navagrahas, do you really see the Neptune and Pluto?
Yes, sir. They will say something names in Telugu like.
No, you won't see them. They actually include sun and moon also. Why moon? Moon is actually near to you. It doesn't matter whether it is a really planet or not, but it is impacting you. Its gravity may be impacting you. So that's why if you see that olden days logic, they didn't consider that last two things. Of course, recently our modern science also removed that Pluto. Okay, now they are saying you can't say 9 planets, only 8. Okay, so our people kept only 7 along with one extra moon and sun, total 9. Okay, so if you think like that, if you really think like that, whatever is impacting you is your environment, or whatever is impacting the system, that may be another system, that may be any condition, that may be any parameter, that is a part of its environment. You must understand that. Somewhere else which is not at all impacting you is not your environment. That is not your environment. Environment is other systems, conditions, or any parameters impacting system. Then that is environment. Suppose if you ask me, okay, after second one, I will tell you everything. Next, you tell me about second thing. So how you apply the definition to seconds, the second picture.
Hello?
Quickly. Yeah.
Sir?
Yes. Yeah.
In this the birds are built nests above
Mahesh,
yes,
you
yes, sir.
you are actually explaining things, but in a completely random fashion. You keep them in a sequential way.
Yes,
So
sir.
first tell me what is system.
System birds.
Both birds are single bird. Others also can intervene in between. No problem. It's a kind of a debate. Let it be a discussion.
System.
Only one bird or two bird? System means
Two birds.
how you explain?
Sir, because in this system both are working on their goals, sir. Means building the nest.
See, what they are doing, it doesn't matter. What is your consideration that you tell?
It's saying both two birds.
Both two birds. Okay, that is your system.
Yes.
Now
It's building nests from higher, means from above the ground, not from the.
First tell me the definition.
Intelligence have systems, means intelligence measures agents' ability to adjust functions goals.
Measures ability to
adjust.
Not adjust, achieve
Yes,
goals.
yes,
Achieve goals in wide range of environment. Okay.
Yes,
I think you noted down the definition wrong. Seems. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So without understanding the definition, it's very difficult. Everyone, please note it down properly. I am also uploading this PPT. Okay. So notes everything I'll bring soon. Okay. But you please understand the definition properly. Otherwise, next classes will be pathetic.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So yeah, you can explain now according to that. What are the abilities or functions?
It's changing is adaptable, means environment, sir. It's changing its environment.
I'm asking what are the functions your system is using?
Functions. Nest changing.
Think about it. Next, anybody?
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
The functions by the system are the beaks to pick those to build the nest, and
Right.
its legs, its
So
wings to fly.
With the beak, picking up the stick is a function, right?
Picking the stick is a
next.
function. Its wings to fly.
Wings to fly, yes. Two.
Its legs to stay on the branches.
Very good. Legs to stay on the branches in a particular fashion, it has to hold. Good. Three.
And its eyes to see the sticks where the sticks are available.
Right. Vision, concentration. Right.
And even its brain to adjust those sticks in a proper way so that a nest is built.
It's not a brain exactly. Okay. Let us understand it. So it can understand. So that is also its ability to understand what?
The goal. Understand the goal so that it should be pursued.
Its ability to understand what? Anybody else? Those 3 or 4 are functions. 100% correct. Next. Ability to understand
Its space, how much it needs, then according to that it will build the nest.
I'll show you. What is the shape of this one? You can tell in front of you it is there. What is this shape? How you explain this shape as?
A cylindrical shape.
That is just cylinder. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
So you have the ability to understand the geometry. Am I right? Now, if you say cylinder, now I know you have the ability to understand geometrical shape. So
Yes,
that is what you say as a function, ability to understand the form or the shape. Because it has that ability to understand the form and shape, it is able to build that. For that, whatever you told functions are helping. This is also function only. Good. Next.
Sir, quick reflexes when it senses danger.
Yes, that is good. Because it senses immediately, accordingly it acts and activate its wings. That is also function, right? So noise dependent movement is a function.
Instinct and experience to weave the nest.
Yes.
The instinct or experience to weave the nest.
Yes, that is what I told. So it has already the experience and capability to understand the geometry. So it is able to build it. That's
It
agreed.
also uses its saliva to gum and tie the nest.
Very good. Very good. Yes.
Sir, and
now you are going deeper. You see? Yes. Next. Anything else? See, you sat on the chair now. Am I right? Mostly. Some fellows may be laying down on the bed. Fine. Like patients. But where you are going to lie down or where you are going to sit is your decision. Am I right? Will you exactly sit at the edge of the chair or you sit comfortably just leaning back? So that position is your decision. Am I right? Finding the right position is a capability or not? Finding the right position. Why I am asking this? Can anybody say? Do you see something in the picture?
If it doesn't put in the right place, there is a possibility it might fall off. The nest might fall off.
No. What is the right place you see in the image? What is mean by right place?
Y-shaped branches.
Y-shaped branch. That too. Do you see anything after that?
Thickness.
There are two
Nothing is there after that.
branches.
It is almost the edge of the branch. Right? So the capability of identifying the right position and configuration is also a function, maybe cognitive function. It has that. Okay? Form appreciation, cognitive appreciation, these all things are the functions only, because you are using some operator, that may be brain, eye, anything. Okay? So those are all functions. Now tell me, what are the goals? Kindly don't tell me building the nest. No.
So goal is to survive.
No. Building the nest is a goal. That's a superficial one. Can you think little deeper?
To keep eggs.
Yes.
To keep eggs.
To keep or lay eggs there. Very good. Very good. That is the goal. Right. What is the problem?
When the wind speed is more, the vibrant and the nest may fall down, the eggs may break.
Right. So if it keep the eggs in any random position, because of the eggs geometry, they may fall down. Am I right? So that is the reason why it is creating a form that solve that problem. Okay, and also its goal is to preserve those eggs. Okay. After that, any short-term goals within this process?
Sir, it will use it next for storing the food for the its child. If the
That is all. Anyway, once it builds, it will use for anything. It is like kadai only. You can use for brain fry or egg fry or any fry. Still, you think you have to go deeper.
Sir, the color of the nest can help hide the birds.
Color of the nest, it has to think about the color of the nest. So its goal is to
Stay
hide.
safe.
Staying safe and hide. Okay, its goal is hiding. Right? Good. Next. Can you go little deeper further? Anybody? Because while deciding the goals and once you decide a goal, there will be a problem. So that is solving the problem.
So maybe to protect the eggs from external factors such as other birds and rain, etc.
That is covered already. That's told already. Anything else? Can I say stability of the nest? Okay, you said Vishnu said something, right? So stability of the nest, it has to make sure, right? Can it be its goal?
Yes, sir.
If stability of the nest is its goal, then what is the problem existing there? Because once you say goal, there will be a problem. It has to solve that problem in order to achieve that goal.
So maybe to get strong sticks, strong.
Exactly. Very good. Very good. To get the strong sticks, make sure the weight, make sure the form. And it is always concave. It is not like our head. So it is concave. Right? So that form, it has to make sure at the same time it has to maintain the weight. Very good. Okay. So that problem it has to solve to maintain the stability. If maintaining the stability is the goal, okay, problem is maintaining the weight. Okay. Next. So, okay, goals also over. Functions are over. Goals also over. System is bird or birds. Now environment. So what is environment for bird or birds? Suppose if I take only single bird, other bird will be?
Environment.
So if I take the right hand side bird, which is just standing stable, other is about to fly. Okay, I am taking one as system. So other one will be environment. Next.
So the nest is also environment.
Nest is also environment. Next.
The branches, sir.
Branch is also environment. Next.
The temperature and the
temperature. Next.
Structure upon which it is made, sir, like the V-shaped tree.
Okay, that Y shape. Okay. Next.
And the nature of the sticks that bought also to build the nest.
Now, whether wind speed is the environment, comes under environment or not. Wind speed.
Yes. Yes, sir.
Right? Noise.
Yes, sir.
Other birds around it.
Yes, sir.
Lighting. Lighting. Sunlight. Sunlight is environment or not for bird?
Yes, sir.
Will they fly in the night?
No.
No. Most of the birds won't fly in the night. They'll go to the nest. And vibration of the tree.
It's also an environment.
It's also its environment. That's why I'm telling that, because
rain.
you think, that's what. You please remember once. Whatever impacts the system is its environment. You remember that Navagrahas, okay? Whatever impact, we didn't consider Pluto and Uranus, but we considered Moon, because Moon is impacting. So according to gravity, that is logical. Okay? Suppose gravity is impacting your neurons, then that is logical. Same way, if you consider a system, whatever impacting the system is its environment. So if you are designing an intelligence, this intelligence must tackle that environment. Otherwise, difficult. Otherwise, your intelligence will be a failure. Okay? Because somebody else said, na, they will consider the fish. When that intelligence fail, when fish actually neglect the environment, when fish fails to consider some part of environment, that time it get hunted. That's why I told I don't mind. You can take that, no issue. That's why I'm telling you, if you consider only success as intelligence, you are a failure actually. No, success and failure both are coming under intelligence only. Both are strategies. One worked, one not worked according to you. That's it. Okay. So that's why, so that everything is environment. Suppose if you ask me now second is reasonably good explanation you gave. The first one, if you see, system is cat. And it has 4 legs, 2 eyes, 1 nose, and very sharp teeth. Then for maintaining the stability, it has a flexible body and a tail. Okay, and it is the earth-ridden animal. So it has to hunt in the other medium, which is not its. Okay, and that is the system. Its capabilities: walking, stretching, standing still, like very tightly it will stand still. That's a capability. Maintaining the equilibrium all the time. Stretching, focusing, all are functions only. Okay, and sniffing or smelling something. And there is a lot of disturbance from the environment, that is flow, noise. It has to keep gauging if something abnormal is happening around it. Otherwise it cannot hunt. So for that it is using the sensors. So it is a function. Am I right? So in that case, if it is using all, then those all abilities comes under functions. Especially it has to grab the fish in a right time. Okay, it is using mouth, so it's a function. Am I right? In the different medium, so it has to tackle with flow density. So it is using its skin to gauge that. That's a function. Okay, and it won't jump into that, permanently stay there. It can't, it will die. So it can't do that. So considering all these things, okay, so these are the functions. Third, what is the third one? So system is over, abilities are over, then goals. That's what I asked. I think somebody said that. Goal means it's hungry, right? Agreed. In order to fulfill its hunger is a superficial thing. First one, it's correct only. Second, goal is, in order to complete that goal, there are some issues. What issue? It has to hunt. But it has to hunt is also a goal. So hunting is its goal. Okay, if I consider like that, Where it is hunting? In water. So now goal is hunting in water. It is hunting other system. So what is the real problem there? It has to bring out the fish out of the water. That is the goal. What is the problem in that? It has to focus. It has to go inside the new medium. It has to catch with its teeth tightly, then come back. That's a problem it has to solve. It solved, so it achieved goal. But while doing that, there are too many goals around, because many functions are working. Why that function of radar system is working? Because any abnormal noise, it has to get protected from that. It has to protect on its own. So that function is also working. That means there also one goal is going on. So it has to keep keep observing the environment. So like that, goals are happening simultaneously. Next, environment, people told, as I told you, water, fish, water flow, density, and grass, land, muddy soil, and everything around, wind speed, wind, noise, everything is coming under environment. Now this all together explains the intelligence of the system. So intelligence of the cat is the cat's ability to execute its functions in a right manner. In a right manner to fulfill its hunger through hunting the fish from the water in this environment of water, earth, grass, many things. Okay, so that is called intelligence. Okay, so same way in the second case also, system is a bird. So bird is actually making the nest, and bird, what it has, you know already, I need not to explain. Functions, you reasonably explained the functions, somebody. And the goals, if you see, goals are different. Maintaining the stability is also a goal. In the maintaining the stability, there involved a problem. Preserving the eggs is the goal. In preserving the eggs, there is a problem. It has to solve. Stay living in this particular environment is a goal, but that has also involved some issue. So in order to solve these all problems to achieve that goal, it is building that nest in a specific form. So that form is related to its requirements. Am I right? Remember, form is related to its requirement. So it is using many functions to build that. Okay, and its environment also, you know, many things you said. So that way you have to understand the definition of the intelligence. Intelligence means something, you just out of the blue you tell something. So if I say only problem solving, that is insufficient or incomplete. Okay, like that. Please understand what is mean by intelligence. So tomorrow, as I'll share the assignment. Okay, so you can submit task 2 I wrote, but because task 1 we did already. So I'll give you computer with antivirus and performance monitoring code. Okay, software. Okay, so you can consider computer as a system or the software as a system. Then apply the definition and write down. Okay, so please apply the definition of the intelligence. Now you know what is the definition, you practiced also. Then write down. Tomorrow I will share the assignment and please upload. Okay, so that is what the first assignment goes. Okay, so computer with antivirus and performance monitoring code or software. Okay. You consider the system, you consider functions, you consider goals, you consider environment, or you consider problems, you consider environment. Then apply the definition and write the overall picture. What do you think as an intelligence in that system? Okay. So that's all for today. So please work it out. Then we'll meet in the next class. If you have any question, you can ask. So otherwise, you can leave. We are almost done. Hema, are you there? Hemalata.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So you just check, ma, are you able to download the attendance?
No, sir.
No, right? Okay. Then I will download and send you. Okay.
Okay, sir.
To consolidate them. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So if you have any question, you can ask. Otherwise, you can take a leave.
Sir, among the two, any one we need to take as a system, sir, or both?
Anything. It's your choice.
Okay, sir.